Hey, good morning. We're back on Sand Hollow, thank goodness. Just had our first fish on top water, just got here. Stacy's on the back, I'm on the front, and it's a beautiful day. Crisp, but it's gonna be fun. So hopefully you'll stick around for a few minutes. We'll catch a few fish and do it together. Oh, there's our first fish of the morning on a top water. Berkeley Chopo fish. Look at that right there.
Nice.
There's the first fish, and that's how it's gonna start the day right there on a Chopo.
I'm just glad you caught the first fish.
I know, that's so bad when you catch the first fish.
But we are on Sand Hollow.
That's awesome. God, I do have him. So I threw that little teeny, you know, my money bait,
Uh-huh.
and it's a deep diver, but a small one. And look at this. And it's a good fish. And right when I hit the water,
Boom.
it hit. Look at that. It's not a bad fish. It's bigger than.
Oh,
it's a good fish.
That's a good fish.
Oh, that was a weird one.
I knew I shouldn't have given that back to you last night.
Dang, he took it. He just
No!
bit me off. Yeah, it was stuck in me.
Oh!
How's that? The first cast on that jig. Oh, it feels decent too. So the fish are definitely down. We didn't do real well on top water, so we decided to come out here in 40 feet. Casted once with a jig. Brought something up. Not big, I'm sure, but that's a good fish though. First cast. That's a good fish though. Son of a gun. I'm so tired of retying stuff on. Wonder what he's eating. Some jig, huh? Peanut butter and jelly jig. But it's a good fish. Oh, there we go. Told you I felt that bite, huh?
Yep.
It doesn't feel big, but I'm sure happy to have a fish on the other end. It's a good fish though. Much better than I thought.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hold on there, little buddy. Hold on there, little buddy, and we'll release you. There she is. She's a beaut. Mwah. See ya. Nope, it wasn't. God, that thing hit me like a ton of bricks. Guess I wasn't ready for that one. Come on in, hungry little fish. You're just a cute little guy. There we go. I felt him. I switched up to a Ned rig just to see what would happen. I got me a baby fish. Oh crap. Yep, when I said baby fish, I wasn't thinking this baby. I wonder if I can boat flip this big one. Yeah, what do you think?
I think you're in the running for smallest fish today.
Running, I got that trophy already in the bag. Yeah, I got this in the bag. There he is. He came back for a different nibble, and that cost him. At least it's a bigger fish than that last one. Come on in, little buddy. I lost that one. Got him again. There's a fish. Yeah, it's a fish. God, he stayed on the bottom for a long time. Went back to that peanut butter and jelly jig. First cast. Come see me, buddy. Come on in here. Let's see what's in your mouth, huh? Let's see what you eat, huh? Yeah. Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom.
Kelly says it's like every cast they're catching.
Catching fish every cast in Texas, huh?
Yep.
On smallmouth. Lucky Kelly fishing with Dean Rojas. How would that be, honestly? A day on the
kind of cool.
lake with Dean? Man. Oh, wave coming in. The only water skier on the lake. We gotta hit his waves. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start. Shit, he is. Guess I didn't know I was recording that whole time. Have to edit that out. Okay, got me on the third hit. I finally pulled my head out. Don't you try to shake me. Oh, you're staying with me, buddy. Got some pretty colors on them. Switched up to a black and blue jig. And boy, he's just barely hooked. Just barely hooked. Second smallest fish of the day.
No. Well, maybe for you.
It's definitely nice. Was yours smaller than this?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, welcome. We're on Sand Hollow day 2. And here's our morning fish. Got him on my lure I call Money. It's my little square bill. Come on. Seems to be my go-to lure. Deer Creek, Strawberry, Sand Hollow. Thanks, buddy. Those weeds right there. Think he's got any size to him? Yeah, it's a good average fish. He liked himself some money. Right in the upper lip. Popped you right out, little buddy. Thanks. Boy, I lost the first fish, Stace, on film, so I'm going to keep this little baby one you watch. This will be a 4-incher. Well, whatever he's got no fight. That's because he's not very big. Well, better than nothing, though. There it goes. Just throwing a casting jig. Been doing it for about 5 minutes and 2 fish. The last one's pretty big that I didn't get on film, but that one's tiny, of course. Okay. This feels good. I'll be happy with this one at least. Oh yeah. Look at this. Anytime I get a really good sized fish, he just... I just want to say some bad words. I gotta hold on. The waves are... That boat come by. Just like the last one, look at this. But this one actually landed in the boat. I'm coming, little buddy. I'm coming, little buddy. I gotcha. I gotcha, little one. It's got somebody's lying on you. John Party fish. Yes, I do. Yep, he was caught on John Party. Yes. Thank you, John Party. Come on, little buddy. Work with me. Lucky fish, lucky fish. Stay down.
Nice one.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Let me see if I can land this one. Oh, yeah, he swallowed it pretty good. He kind of wanted this. Kind of wanted it way too much. Thanks for visiting. Probably fell out and take a bite of it. Look how aggressive it is, isn't it? He's just not wanting to come up. There's a better fish right there. Oh, God, you gotta be kidding me. Why didn't I just, I do that a lot. I get the big fish and he snaps me right off and takes my jig.
Oh, no.
Lost everything again. Big fish. Gosh darn it. If this one's that big, I'm gonna... Oh, he could be. I'm gonna make sure I lean over this time. Uh-oh, Stace. What's he doing now? He's not jerking me. Is he hung up on the bottom? Nope.
No,
He
he's
just
a big boy.
He could be a good fish. He could be our big... Oh, he could be a big fish because I haven't had him fight like this. And he is staying down. I like to think he's a good 3-pounder.
Oh, he's big.
You see him?
Yep.
I'm leaning over. I'm not losing this out of my last jig I got.
Yeah, he's good size.
Then I'll start leaning over then. It's not as big as I thought, but I'll tell you what, he fought hard. I was expecting a lot bigger. But look at how much grass is on him. A lot of that, he was hung up in the grass, I think. Yeah, he's not as big as I thought. He's just fat and round.
Nice.
But it's a good fish. And look, he barely had that jig left in his mouth. That's a pretty nice fish, though. Take the grass out of your face there, little buddy.